Welcome to my brush out, showing my styling and tutorial with my Bendy roller set. Here are some of the tools that I'm using today. A couple of different brushes, which I'll talk about later. My tail and comb, of course, can't do anything without that. My trusty hairspray, the Poodle hairspray in Extra Firm. It's a really good working hairspray, so I love using that one. And my flower, which I'll figure out where I'm going to put later. And of course I've got some clips as well, which will just help me when I'm separating my hair during my brush out. So I'm going to start by taking out my Bendy rollers. Now this I've had set for about a day and a half, and I used my Poison Apple setting spray just after I washed it to set in my Bendy rollers. Now maybe later I'll do a tutorial on how I set my hair using these Bendy rollers so you guys can see. But we're going to speed it up a bit now and show you the next stage. So pretty much finished doing the back part of my hair. I'm going to leave the front and just fluffing out the curls from the back part of my hair just to loosen them up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is actually work through them in different sections. So I'm going to take 3 sections of hair. First one being the lower part, just clipping the rest up with my little clip that I've got there. And then what I'm going to do is grab all the hair and just start working through it with my dual bristle brush. Really using my hands to work around the ends just to make sure they're nice and smooth. Now I like the dual bristle brush because it gives me volume still, but I can also work through any knots that might be there. Now I find that doing my hair in these sections really just helps me be able to control them. And the bottom section, I just back comb a little bit just to give me a bit of volume at the base of the style, which will then help when I'm brushing the rest out. So I'm just sectioning out the next part now. And what I'm going to do is, because I've got a bit more hair here, I'm just separating it into 2 bits so I can work through it a little easier. So making sure again that I'm using my hand to really nicely brush through that, especially making sure those ends are well brushed and well tucked under. Now you'll see already that those beautiful curls are just starting to bounce back, which is great. That's exactly what we want. Now, I'm only going out somewhere casual tonight, so I haven't really done too much of a, immaculate kind of brush out here. It is a little bit still on the more casual side, so I'm probably not working the hair as much as I usually would if I was wanting it to last a full day. But you do get the general gist. So once I've done these 2 sections, I then am also just going to brush them together in the back, bringing them together, just doing a quick little brush of the ends there, just to make sure it's all kind of one piece. Spraying a bit of my Poodle hairspray, which is a really good working hairspray. It's going to just give that section a bit of hold and, just to kind of help the curls stay in while we continue the style. Just brushing out that top section a little bit before I pop it in with the rest. Brushing that in to the rest of my hair there, and again working through those ends, grabbing them all at the same time. And don't be afraid to brush. This is one thing that I've definitely learnt. So now that I'm kind of pretty happy with the back, I'm just going to spray it again, making sure to really use my hands to get in under the style and bouncing those curls back up. I'm then just going to use this more bristle brush to comb back my hair and just put the little duckbill clip in. One reason for that is to keep it away from the front section so I can work easier on it. And secondly, it's just to help really cement that style that I want, which is kind of more of a puffy curl at the bottom and a bit of more flatness towards the crown of my head. So now I'm going to work on the top section. Now the reason that I left this for last is because I'm going to be doing a half poodle here. So bit of up, bit of down, brushing out this little curl here. Bit more brushing. So I'm actually going to tease one side and then leave the other side flat. Oh, I forgot my Bobbie pins, so my boyfriend had to get them for me. Thanks, Reese. So on this side here, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a tease just to get some volume in it. I do kind of want this side to have a bit of a little quiff. Getting my bobby pin out, just kind of twisting that in to where I have the part. Give it a bit more volume. Can never have too much because we can always tame that back. But yeah, I just want a little bit on that side because I'm going to be having the flower on the other side of my hair. I just want something there to kind of give me a bit of volume, a bit of movement, and it can also help when I'm doing the rest of my half poodle. Now, I have to admit, I'm definitely still figuring out the best way to do this. But for this side where I'm putting my flower, I just want to keep that bit nice and flat, popping a couple of bobby pins in so it's going to be nice and firm when I do want to clip in my flower. But you'll see for the rest of it, I'm still figuring it out. I'm definitely getting used to the more fluffy poodle look. And it's really just about playing around with it. Just getting another brush out to give it more definition in the curls. I don't want it to be too fluffy, but I want a bit of fluffiness in this poodle. But I do definitely want to just get the knots out as best I can. Now, because I'm going to be wanting to use some minimal bobby pins in here, you definitely need a bit of back combing to make sure that there's something for the bobby pins to grip onto. And from here, I'm just going to, again, give it another little brush, kind of just see where the curls want to fall, really. Bringing it up, placing the curls in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time around, I've done pretty okay. And I'm just going to start bobby pinning from the back to give it that foundation. Now, I can't really see what's happening at the back, and to me, that doesn't matter. I can't see it, I don't know. And just spraying it as I go on. It's just started raining here as well, so that's fun. Apologies if you can hear the lovely raindrops that are coming through. But yeah, just pinning and working with the hair, spraying it as I go as well. Now, I've never used a net over my poodles, but you definitely can. Got some thinner pins here as well. They're really good for the more flyaway kind of areas or places where you don't really want the bobby pin to like hold it down as much as just like kind of keep it in place. And again, just hairspraying as I go. Hairspraying the back section again. Never have too much. Taking my little clips out. And popping in my flower. Well, I mean, that's kind of it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I always love having you guys here. And let me know what you think. And I'll see you soon. Bye.